of conflict. The people of occupied territories in Palestine and Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir are constantly imprisoned by perpetual conflict. They are arbitrarily and inhumanely suffering from immense misery, including hunger. Kashmir has become a symbol of the dysfunction of this institution and this council. The actions of the 5th of August 2019 and the 5th of May 2022 by India in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is not only an assault on the people of Kashmir, but it is an assault on the United Nations, it is an assault on the Security Council and its resolutions, and the 4th Geneva Convention. The inaction of this body as the internationally recognized disputed status of the region is undermined. The inaction of this forum, while the Muslim majority of Kashmir are being turned into a minority in their own land, in their own home, leads the youth of Kashmir to question that who will resolve this conflict, who will deliver the peace they were promised. We challenge those that worry about food security. Resolve the Kashmir dispute. Open the doors to peace in South Asia. And watch how the farmers of Pakistan and India can feed the world. Even those not directly involved in a conflict pay the price of war. The conflict in Ukraine means that many across the world will become food insecure and risk going hungry. Pakistan relied heavily on wheat and fertilizer from the region. Our farmers are suffering, and so are our people. The price of such conflicts is paid at the petrol pump and at the grocery store. For everyone who finds it difficult to make ends meet, things just got a lot more difficult. We're in the middle of the most deadly pandemic of our time. Millions have died, people continue to die. The health and economic toll of this pandemic will outlast the pandemic itself. Our continents are sinking. Our planet is under threat. Is it not the time to rise above the conflicts of man and face the threats to humanity? Mr. President, they say history repeats itself. First as a tragedy and then as a farce. They say that when the new wars end, old wars return. At the end of the last Cold War, we saw the beginning of what was to become the new war. Afghanistan was abandoned, and out of the wreckage emerged the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, extremism, and terrorism. Today, Afghanistan runs the risk of being abandoned yet again, and we find ourselves at the precipice of what many fear can be a new era of great power conflict. Pakistan has seen the costs of war up close. We are exhausted by conflict. We just witnessed how after decades of conflict, ultimately dialogue and diplomacy were the path to a conclusion. From our own experience, we most humbly and respectfully appeal to you to deploy dialogue and diplomacy in the pursuit of peace before and not after the next great war. Save another generation of humanity from the misery of conflict. Then watch as a new generation unlocks its true potential. We can rise to the challenges of our time. We can be the generation that ends hunger. We can be the generation that saves our planet. We can be the generation that breaks this cycle, if you allow us. Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank His Excellency, Mr.
वज़ीर ख़ारजा बिलावल भुट्टो का न्यूयॉर्क में अमन सलामती मुबाहिसे खिताब और दूसरे